week, we had a very amazing time with Antione, and while we were wrapping up, she said, why don't we just look at what it means to start on a clean slate? And she did a very fantastic job at that. And today, moving forward, we'll be looking and discussing a very important topic, and I'm sure you're eager to know. Today, we'll be looking at building a positive mindset. I know you may be, asking, is there a foundation required for this particular building? Are we going to be using cement to build it? Don't worry, shortly, Antonio will clear that doubt and Father Augustine will do justice to it. We don't have much time. Let's move on. So I've been thinking, this positive mindset that we're talking about, is it hereditary? Is it something like one can inherit? Is it in the genes? Father Augustine, what do you have to say about this?
Well, thank you so much. Look, well, even though it is very, very debatable at the moment, I want to talk about, how we acquire mindset. But it is good for us to talk about what positive mindset is all about. What is it? It is a mental or emotional attitude that actually focuses on the bright side of life, and which helps us to always expect positive outcome or results, from life. So a positive mindset helps us to eliminate the defeatist attitude, or what I call victimhood. When people play victim all the time, why is it all about me? So it helps us to know the inner power we possess as individuals.
All right.
And to make the best out of our lives all the time.
So can you really say? Can you say it's hereditary? Can you say? Is it hereditary?
I don't think it is hereditary. It is an attitude we actually acquire.
Okay.
We can actually catch it from people, especially when people reinforce our behavior. And to put it in context, to be honest, it is very hard to stay upbeat or positive, in a situation, in a place like Nigeria, when everything seems very bleak. It's very hard, to stay positive, because Nigeria is in a very tricky situation at the moment, aren't we? We have an increasingly uncertain economy, teaching and learning disruption at our institutions of learning. We have political instability and also massive insecurity. But the question is, what if we see the present situation in Nigeria as what I call sometimes an enforced detox, or an opportunity for personal development, an opportunity for personal growth? And that actually takes me to, when I was learning philosophy in those days in my undergraduate, we came across a very wonderful Stoic philosopher called Marcus Aurelius.
Okay.
He said that what really frightens and dismays us is not external events themselves, but the way in which we think about those external events. So it is not things that disturb us, but our interpretation of their significance.
So invariably, you're saying that a positive mindset is not hereditary.
Well, it is not hereditary.
Okay.
It is an attitude.
It's an attitude.
It is an attitude. And it is an attitude. And again, and also we catch it from people, especially when people reinforce our behavior. But lastly, Victoria, when I was going through an incredible work, I don't know whether you've seen that book before, it's called The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. Mm-hmm. He showed us the different ways positive mindset can be achieved. He talked about picturing ourselves succeeding in life. He talked about thinking a positive thought to drown out negative thoughts. He talked about minimizing obstacles. Also, he talked about practicing gratitude, and also giving ourselves permission to smile and laugh all the time, especially during difficult moments.
All right, and Father. Yes. Your point this evening is that that a positive mindset is not hereditary and is an attitude. And we're going to move over to Antione. Antione, how can one cultivate this particular positive attitude? How can it be cultivated?
Again, just like Father did say, it's an attitude. It's an attitude. It's not something that your parents gave to you because your father was a positive thinker, your mother was a positive thinker. It's something that you acquired over a period of time.
Yeah.
Father said, okay, you have to do it with maybe associating with people. But again, how can you do that? It's a deliberate thing. You have to be very intentional about building your positive attitude. We have a lot of conflicts, distractions around us. Whether you want to accept it or not, people are going through very tumultuous moments.
Yes.
The country is not wonderful. The society, so things are just tough. You go to the market and something you bought 10 naira is now 100 naira. Your heart skips. I mean, how can you be sane in the midst of this confusion? So for me, it's for you to begin to mind your language. Mind your language. Mind your language. Mind your language. What do you speak to yourself? What do you say to yourself? And someone say, Victoria, come, let's go and let's go to this place. We're going to do this. It's not possible though. There's no road there. Who said so? Can we begin to mind our language? Okay, let's try it out. Can you say, okay, let's try it. It can work out. Then be deliberate about reading something. Read a book. Read a book. Read a book. Read a book. Find something. Read a book that motivates you. Then manage rejection. It's good to feel bad. It's good to feel this way. You've been heartbroken. This partner did this thing. This person disappointed you. Yes, you can feel that way, but drop it at that moment and deliberately move on. Learn your lessons and move on. So manage rejection. Then again, you look at spend time with positive people. I mean, there are persons who are so toxic. Who are so toxic? They always this kind of life. They're always complaining. Even when you give them anything, they are complaining. But there are persons you are in their midst, and they find a way to make you feel that these things are not going to be forever. Things are going to change. So find cut off from people who are negative. Be in the midst of people who also feel that there is something good in everything. Things are not as bad as they are. Then Father said gratitude. Okay. Gratitude. Reward yourself. Let's begin with self-love. Reward yourself. If you don't know what to do to yourself, how do you tell maybe your loved one, you hurt him or her, and you say, I don't even know how to make it up. You say, babe, I'm sorry. Sweetheart, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. Can you tell yourself that? Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm sorry, I've not done this very well. I'm going to do it better tomorrow. When you finish taking your bath, dress up, even if you're not going anywhere, just look yourself in the mirror and speak to yourself. Speak to yourself positive things, lovely things. Make yourself feel good. It enters your psyche and you begin to think differently.
Okay, so you talked about moving with people who are positive minded.
Exactly.
And kicking out those who are not. Mm-hmm. Is there a good way to kick those people out without them feeling bad?
You see, when you're in a particular group of people, and every time you guys are languishing, complaining, okay, I don't want to talk about what is happening in the country today. It's a topic for another day. Okay. People are just complaining. I've not gotten this. The other person that is listening to you doesn't have that what you're complaining, but he or she is finding a way to manage that situation and tell him or herself that I'm going to be able to do it tomorrow. So positive people does not mean that they are magicians. They don't fall from heavens. They are deliberate about that things are going to work out. They are optimists. Optimism is a very key thing here. Look into the future with optimism, with hope. Forget about what has happened. Learn your lessons. Be intentional about. See, I cannot always be with somebody who is always making me to be dispirited. So that is what we're telling people. Be conscious about that. If you don't, that person that tells you, look, this thing, waiting. Move on from that person. No, he or she is not helping you. Find the person that tells you, okay, it's okay. We're going to get it better. It's going to get better.
Okay, so you had it. Find a way to stay away from them without making them really know.
And before I leave you that, compliment someone each day. Find a way to say, John, today I just listened to what you said. It was good. Or I just saw you were looking so good today. It's not about when you compliment someone, it doesn't reduce you. One day. Compliment someone and then compliment yourself. Like I saw this and I said, Victor, you're looking so good. Today's makeup is better than last week's on. And you told me that you knew it. So learn to compliment one another and yourself above that. Feel good. The world is too tough.
Okay. The world is too tough, and we have to find a way to complement each other and to make each other feel good. And you have to avoid anything that is toxic. That's how you build a positive mindset. Ma'am, are there activities that one can engage in? Are there activities, Father Augustine?
Yes.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
I would like to add something to what when you said, and that is we need to, most times in our country we catastrophize things, like we automatically anticipate the worst in Nigeria without facts that the worst will not happen. Do you understand what I mean? We catastrophize our situation, thinking about the worst case scenario all the time. I think also that kind of pushes or infuses negative attitude in us. Another thing is blaming other people. I think sometimes we need to take responsibility.
Very important.
Instead of blaming other people.
Passing the ball.
Yes, absolutely. And again, when we blame people, there's the other side of it, the flip side of it, and that is we personalize our problems as well. Sometimes, sometimes it is not all about us. Sometimes our problems are not all about us. It's just like when we are trying to go out with a friend and our friend cancels on us. We personalize that very, very attitude our friend kind of express towards us. But it's not all about us. We have to kind of look at the bigger picture of things before we actually draw conclusions.
Thank you very much, Father Augustine, for that beautiful contribution. Okay, so, ma'am, are there activities that one can, use to help build this positive mindset? Is there an activity to engage in,
Okay, just to also remind you that we need to open our lines. People need to talk to us.
Very soon
we're not teachers here, remember.
Very soon
very
we will.
interactive. Now, a lot of things you can do. For instance, I like nature. I love nature. You can actually also engage in maybe take a walk, go to gym, engage in physical exercises. You don't need to go and pay for a gym if you don't have money. If you have money, don't go and borrow money. Just take a walk from your house and do something that takes your mind off from that thing that is toxic. Then you can also do a little gardening around your place. I keep fish, I keep birds, and whenever I come and see them, the way you look at the wonders of nature, and it makes you feel good.
Sure.
Do you love to swim? Go and swim. There are so many things you can do. For those of them who are, there are people who like Bible. They can read Bible. I'm not missing out that. I actually said read motivational books.
All right.
Read motivational books.
Okay, so to join the conversation, please call this number 0808 182 6949. 0811 605 2949. Or you can also call 0808 182 6949. Our SMS line is 0906 510 8289. Feel free to join the conversation, ask your questions, and there will be clarifications on every question you ask. All right, so now, Ma'am Onyi, if you already, have a negative mindset, is there a way to retrace your steps?
Again, it's a deliberate thing. It's an intentional thing. Remember,
Yes.
It's an intentional thing. No one wakes up to have a negative mindset.
Sure.
Oftentimes, there are external factors. Remember that happiness, it doesn't come from the outside. It comes from you.
Yes, it does.
So you're going to be intentional about it, and tell yourself, okay, maybe you didn't do something well. You feel that you've not gotten this very, very well.
All right. Hello.
Maybe there was something you were involved in and you did very well, and you don't just keep blaming yourself, languishing in that pity, telling yourself I'm a failure. No, learn the lessons and move on.
Sure.
Try it out next time. You're going to be better than what you did before.
Hello, good evening.
Network.
Hello, good evening. Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from? Okay, so we lost that one. Keep the calls coming in 0808-182-6949 or 0811-605-2949. So basically, a lot of people already have things that they call positive mindset, what they look at and they say, this is what a positive mindset is to me. And they have a lot of scholars who have taught us what positive mindset is, and we're looking at various things that you have said to us this particular day. Now, talking about our country, Nigeria, is there a way, one can really remain sane and say, I will keep a positive mindset no matter what I'm going through? Hello? Okay, Anthony, go ahead and answer while we wait for the calls.
Very good question, if you ask me. How can one remain still, sane in the midst of all the confusion we are in? It's difficult. It's very difficult.
Hello?
Please move away from your radio set.
Whenever everybody's trying to call at the same time.
Hello, good evening. Okay. Just keep trying. I guess the network is a bit faulty. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
Innocent from Benin.
Innocent, you're welcome to the program, The Missing Link. Go ahead.
Yes, I never heard the program well, though.
You didn't hear the program well?
Yes.
Okay, so this is The Missing Link, a program that is mapped out to ensure that youths have a holistic youth development around. The whole packages that the youths will develop. We'll be talking about topics that pertain to the youths and their growth. So today we are looking at building a positive mindset.
Okay. The program
Okay.
He just bumped into his room and tuned his radio.
You're still tuned into Flow 94.9 FM, the flow of Gatson State, and this is the program The Missing Link, a program that is mapped out to ensure that the youths have a holistic growth. We're treating topics that pertain to the youth all round, and today we are talking about having a positive mindset. And if you're just joining in, please, the numbers to call are 0808-182-6949 or 0811-605-2949. I'll take it slowly again. 0808-182-6949 or 0811-605-2949. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How are you? What is the name?
CJ calling from Maya.
CJ, you're welcome.
I want to thank mommy for the gift she gave me the other day.
You're welcome.
CJ, thank you. I don't know, maybe you actually have magic fingers. How you get to us, I wouldn't know. People are making efforts to reach us, and you just, one hand, you're just with us. Thank you for joining again. I hope you've been listening to what we are saying.
Ma?
I hope you've been listening.
Yes.
So do you have a positive mindset?
Yes, I do.
Now, tell me how you do it. How are you able to achieve that?
Okay. When I was growing up, I know my mom used to tell me one thing. You say, in everything you are doing in life, make sure you are focused.
Okay.
No matter what people are saying, people around you, no matter whatever thing they are saying, just pick the ones that are necessary for your life and leave others and put ahead.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Nice hearing your voice, CJ.
Thank you for calling in.
Yeah, thank you. You see, parental influence.
Yes.
The mom told him when he was growing up, no matter what people tell you, learn to be focused.
True.
So you see, it's actually possible to have a positive mindset.
Yes, it's very possible. Keep the calls coming in. Okay, so I have my own personal question, man. So if I want to tell a 16-year-old to build a positive mindset, now given the whole things that are happening, how do I communicate and tell in just like an interaction, a picture, that will come very clear to a 16-year-old to begin to build. At that age, you're not yet an adult. But how do I communicate to someone who is listening right now, who is 16 and wants to build a positive mindset?
Well, interesting. You first of all need to listen to this young lad. Listen to him first of all. What are those things that has made him to have this kind of mindset? When he has told you whatever that is making him to have this kind of toxic whatever negative mindset, you also tell him or her that you've passed through this stage as a person, and that you're going to get better. It's going to get better. It's not as good. It's not always the way it looks like. Things are not always the way they appear.
True.
So you need to find a way to encourage that person. It could be personality issues, or maybe peer pressure or whatever. Tell him or her that it is a phase. I also passed through it. You're going to pass through it. You're going to become stronger. So don't dwell on that negativity. Tell yourself you can actually conquer this negativity and get to the next step.
Thank you very much.
Find a way to encourage that person to draw that inner strength he or she has, and you'll be able to take it to the next step.
All right.
Possible.
All right, so you heard it from Ma'am Onyi. Hello, good evening. Hello. All right, moving on. We are going to try to ensure that you have a direction of what we're saying today. First of all, we started with that a positive mindset is not hereditary. That one, it's an attitude. And then we looked at how you can cultivate this. We told you to have access to inspirational books, stay away from people who are negative minded, and the rest of it. And then we came down to say, okay, are there activities that you can engage in and that will help you? And Antonio mentioned the fact that you can, relax. If swimming works for you, fine. If a book works for you, fine. And I'm sure there are a lot of people that get so blessed reading their Bibles. I do. So you could use that too, to have this positive mindset. Trust me, every day we wake up, the news has a different thing. And so staying positively minded is something you want to do for the rest of your life, because situations are going to come up, challenges are going to arise. Are you going to just allow yourself sink? No, you don't have to do that. And that's why we're looking at the topic today, building a positive mindset. So wherever you are, ensure that your mind is sane and that you're making every effort to make sure that you stay positively minded. Anthony, I'm sure you have that question you want someone to look at. Someone's about to win something very big.
Very big.
Okay, so go ahead.
Let me know those who have very fast fingers again before we'll take you to the question for the day.
Okay.
Question for the week rather. So let's try 2736 4558 7181 66879. Let me take that again. 2736 4558 7181 66879. If you got that card, let me know on our social media platform. Then I also have another one, 1283 4036 8218 1319. Again, 1283 4036 8218 1319. Again, if you got this card again, go to our social media platform and let me know that. Now, for this week, I am my partner is going to give it, it's good to encourage people.
Sure.
And for the very first 5 persons that will give us very convincing, real, beautiful answers between now and 7 p.m., the first 5 persons will have a 20 gigabyte data.
Ooh,
you're not included. You're not included. You're not incled.
I'll find my way around.
You find your way around. So the question is, in the past 3 months, what have you done, to help yourself or to have that positive mindset in the past 3 months? What have you actually done? And when you answer that question, you're also going to look at we're saying, looking back at the last 3 months of your life, what can you be proud of, and why are you proud of that? Looking back in the past 3 months, I didn't say 3 years ago, I didn't say last year, just 3 months. What can you be proud of, and why are you proud of that thing? Then how can you sustain that thing that has made you happy this past 3 months? We're looking for the people that will give us 5 convincing answers. Don't go and give me textbook answers. I will know. How you know? Don't ask me. Just the first 5 persons between now and 7 p.m. will mean go to our Facebook page and let us know what you think that you've been able to do. When you look back the past 3 months, you've been able to say that you're proud of, and why are you proud of that thing, and how can you sustain that thing that has made you so happy. So I think that's
all right.
It's a game.
Yes, it is. So the Facebook page is Hearts to Build Initiative on Facebook, and on Instagram is Hearts to Build. And just go there and drop the answers to this question, and be sure to know that you have 20 gigabytes. Hey,
just like that.
Just like that. It's a wrap, friends, and the Mr. Lee comes your way every Saturday by 4 p.m. on this phenomenal station, The Flow of Gatson State. Flow 94.9 FM is the place you want to stick to. Antonio, thank you so much. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your calls. It's been an amazing time. Antonio, Father Augustine, you are phenomenal. Thank you. Thank you for all that you have brought, your wealth of wisdom. I'm sure someone is going home with plenty ideas and things to do. It's been your queen, Victoria Ichie, on the mic. Have a beautiful evening.